All right, so we are going to finish up with our Sunflowers quilt. We're going to put it together today. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see all of it together. There is some prep work that I actually did. So for the borders, I had to miter or just make a big long strip. So I went ahead and did that for the pieces that we need. So let's get this quilt top done. Come along with me. See you in a bit. All right, folks. So we are going to finish up our Sunflowers quilt. So the first thing we are going to do is we're going to make 3 of these units. First thing we're going to do is take a sip of my tea. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our little squares of bees, and we're going to take the long pieces that we have. This is the 2.5 by 32.5. We want 6 of them. And what we're going to do is we're going to add one at the end and on the end, and then we're going to combine one. So we're going to do it this way. And I'm just going to run these through. So that's one. We're just doing the one side right now. Just two. We're just going to keep going. Oh, goodness. Someone wants to. Okay. One more on this end. Actually, did that wrong. Let's not do the mistake again. Okay, I'm gonna pull these off here. Okay, so I did this wrong. So I'm gonna cut these apart. We only need 3 of these units. So I made 2 additional that I didn't need. So I'm going to take the 3 that we use. I'm gonna rip these. Happens, folks. Sometimes I get going too fast, I think, and not reading what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. Happens. It happens, it happens. Oh, I feel like I've got fabric in my nose today. Get back on course here. I was just gonna go, go, go. I'm not reading what I'm supposed to be doing here. Okay, set those aside because I don't need those. All right, we've got the 3 that we added 1 of the bee fabric to. We're going to turn around and we're going to add them here. Maybe I did need those. So confused. All right, so anyways, let's just, so we're going to make, and then put this one on this side. And we're going to, I don't think I made a mistake. I think I ripped that for no reason. I'll show you here in a minute. Okay. I'm going to do this one. All right, so I'm going to press these on both sides. Okay, so we have these that I undid. They will still get one on each end. So I didn't need to seam rip them. So let's go ahead and put them back. We're going to put them back. We didn't need to take them off. These are just going to be on one side because we're going to join the ones over there with these. We'll do that next after we get these done. Okay. Let's go ahead and press these. Okay. So now we're going to take this unit that just has the green, the bees on one side and not the other. We're going to take one that has, I bumped you all again. We're going to take one that has bees on both ends and we're going to join those pieces. Okay, so now we should have 3 units that have a bee in the center, and then a bee on the outer side. We should have 3 of those, which we do. Okay, so we have 3 of those. All right, what's next? We're gonna take our our big squares, and we're gonna take the other 2.5 by 32. There should be 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're gonna have these, and let's just grab. I'm gonna grab this one first. And we are going to add one of our strips. We're going to take one of our strips, our 2.5 by 32, and we're going to add it. We're going to take one block, and I've got the B block. I'm going to put my blocks. You could put the blocks together any way you want, but I'm going to follow the pattern exactly. So I'm going to flip this over because I want to make sure that I get my points so that they don't. So, and I don't necessarily, oh yeah, I think I'm going to pin. So I know where they're at. Yep, of course. Hey folks. Oops, I got a pen that's coming out. Why is my pen coming out? All right, we're going to start putting these borders on this and get this quilt top finished. All right, first border. I think I'm gonna go ahead and press this. Okay, let's press this one. My points look good. My points look okay on this side. Points look good on that side. All right, so now we have this unit. So we've got a border piece here and a border piece here. Now we're going to take and I'm going to fold this up for a second. And on my peach one, I'm going to put one border on. This side. Okay. I'm going to take one of the 2.5s by, I think, 32.5 strips. And I'm just going to add it to one side of my peach one. So I'm going to go ahead and get it pinned. I feel like my hands aren't working today. I'm excited to see what it looks like all together. Okay. Let's get this side sewn. And we're just putting one of the strip on this one because it'll be the outer edge. Okay. So let's press this one out. And all right, so now we just have one of the border on our peach one. And what we're gonna do is we're going to combine these. I was thinking maybe I wanted to do the other, but we'll do those in just a minute. We're gonna combine our green one with the bees with our peach one. So we're gonna gotta find the side. So we've got a border here. We want to find the opposite side, and we're gonna put them right sides together with our green one that's got both sides, because we're going to match the right side of the one that doesn't have a border to one of the sides on the green one that does, because on our green one we have both borders. So hopefully that makes sense. When I first, because I do live classes, it's very different than doing like YouTube videos, because the people are there, so I can engage with. Again, I'm so excited to be able to do lives because then it'll be more like, not my classroom, like it's not just like teaching, but at least it's like, being able to see people and talk live. But I don't mind doing videos either, but I am excited about getting there to the point where I can see all of you and talk with you live we can get to know each other even better. So I'm excited for that moment. It can't come fast enough for me. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to press this. These strings, so many strings. So it doesn't look too awful bad. It's like I missed one of my points. Okay, so now we have, woo, she's getting bigger. So we've got that. We've got that center. So now you can see where there's a center between each block, border center, and then this one. All right. So now we're going to do the same thing with the other two. So I'm going to fold this one up. This one is so pretty. Okay, we'll leave that one sit right there. And we're going to grab our yellow one. And our yellow one, we're going to put 2 of the sashings on. We're getting there, folks. We are getting there. This yellow one is so pretty. So pretty. Love the brightness of the yellow one. It's very bright. I'm gonna turn it around so I can see where my points are. I am so excited about retiring in 3 years. I just am, I've lost my love for what I do. I'm just not as, so what I do is I'm an engineer, technology engineer. And I've always kind of struggled with I've always, throughout my whole career, I have always struggled with wanting to be, or am, a creative mind and then an analytical mind at the same time. And like I think some of you might know that I absolutely love music. I play several different instruments. I always thought I was going to go into something like that for a career. And then, back in the 80s and whatnot, the whole Y2K, I don't know if anyone remembers Y2K, but Y2K happened, and I had an analytical brain, so I started programming, and it kind of led me down that path for a while. Not for a while, for a long time. I ended up making a career out of it and such, but I've always kept my creativity. Like, so many hobbies. I mean, I just kept them. Like, I love to paint. I love to draw. Love oil painting. It's another one of my passions. So, and then of course quilting and sewing. That's always been there as well. So I always say that my grandmother gave me that passion of quilting and sewing. She sewed everything. My thread broke. My thread broke. She was just a talented lady. My grandma was a very talented lady. She crocheted, she knitted, she sewed, and really well. I mean, you know, I'm sure it was out of you know, a need to that they had. Sorry, just trying to get this. Okay, so I think my phone died and you all did not get to see that. So I'm going to sew, well, let me just show you because I'm not sure. I think I caught it on my camera, but I just want to make sure that you all know where we're at. So we took the first green block with the bees, and we put a border here and a border here. And then we set that aside. And then we took the peach one and I added a border just to one side. And then we sewed them together. So that's what we have thus far. And now, whoops, sorry about that. And now we are working on the other two. So we're going to basically do the same thing. So we're basically going to do the same thing. All right, so I've taken the yellow one and I am going to put on the first border. And then actually my thread my thread broke, so I had to redo that. Okay, let's go again. Okay. All right, so we have a border on one end. It looks like we did good. I'm going to cut those. Cut the strings that are poking through while I'm working on it. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, so we've got border on one side. So now we're going to go to the opposite of this border and we're going to put another one on this side. Okay. My machine says change the bobbin. There's no thread left. We just made it. All right. I'm going to press these. I don't know if it's just clinging back to my quilt. Looks good. My points look good. Looks good. All right. So now we've got a yellow. And we've got a border on one side and a border on the other side. So we're going to set this one aside because we're going to grab the green one. The last green one, but I'm going to change out my bobbin. Going to change out my bobbin. And I might as well go ahead and change out these as well while I'm at it. That looks like a good one. And I'll take and make another one. Okay. And how much do I have on? Oh, I got lots on that. I have quite a bit on there yet. See, I got a dust bunny in there. Got a dust bunny in there. See him? I see him, I see him. I always take the opportunity when I'm changing out my bobbin to just clean it just a little bit. Just a little bit. We'll do a thorough cleaning at some other point. Okay, and the green gingham. And we're going to grab our last 2.5 by 32.5. And we're going to get this sewn on here. Hopefully my camera, my other phone, my camera phone is recording. So starting to feel like spring here. Today we're supposed to hit 70, I think. It's like there really isn't a spring, right? It's like in Tennessee, it just goes from it goes from winter to hot, which 70 really isn't hot. I mean, I would classify that as spring. And by no means am I complaining. I have 2 very large flower gardens that we maintain, the hubby and I maintain, and I just love them. I think my favorite flower is either, I mean, it's always been like the carnation, but I can't grow carnations here. But I love like hydrangeas. Love hydrangeas. I have a huge flower bed in my backyard of hydrangeas. And I have, like, there's different types of hydrangeas. I have oak leaf hydrangeas, and and then I also have what are those? Peonies. I love peonies. So I have a whole garden full of peonies as well. So, and then I have I call it my blueberry lane. You guys will realize that I have a little bit of a strange sense of humor maybe, but along my fence line going back to my she shed, we lined the fence line with blueberry plants. And I found a sign that says Blueberry Lane. And so yeah, we put that up next to it. It's cute. My hubby's been working on my she shed, and we built it, and it's just a little shed. We built it, and it just, we ended up one day going out there, and it was just full of mold. Like, it just looked like we were growing mold or fungus. The people say that, that came out and looked at it said it was just mold. I mean, fungus. But I was worried it was like full-blown mold. So he's having to do, he first had to find out where the moisture was coming in. But I had to remove everything from there. And I didn't have any fabric. It was mainly my art supplies, like my paints and things of that nature that were down there. Which I'm so glad that I did not put my fabric wall of fabric down there. Oh, I would have been in tears. That would have been devastating, to say the least. So I'm so hesitant that even when we get it done again, we get it fixed, I'm just going to, I'll probably do all of my filming and such down there. And I'll probably sew down there. I love the environment. You know, I love it. It's got all these windows where I can see. It's got a wall full of windows that I can see my gardens when they're in bloom. And it's just very relaxing space when there's not so much fungus or whatever it was that's growing in there. So I'm hoping that I can get back out there and use that space again, especially as the flowers start to bloom. And it's just, I'll have to take you all along. If you're interested, let me know if you're interested in seeing my she shed when it's done. And we'll take a walk around my gardens, and when they're all in bloom, I'll show you all around. All right, so now we have the green one with just one side. And then we're going to take the yellow one that we just put 2 on. Just did 2 sides on the yellow. So now we're going to put these 2 together. And we're going to flip it around. So I'm going to put the no side and right sides together. So I don't have a border on this side. So we're going to put it together like that. I'm going to switch out my battery for my camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are going to put these together. Putting the green one with the yellow one. And we're going to pin it. Okay. So now we have them together. Now we have the other piece together. Okay, so now we have this unit. So we have our yellow, which has one on both sides, and then we have the middle, and then we have our green with a border on the side here. So now our next step, so we've got both of those done. So we've built that. So now we're going to put the middle in, which is one of these, which we're going to grab one of these, which with the bee, and the bee in the center, and then the bee on the outer side, the ones we just built at the beginning. And they are going to go along the top and bottom. So I've got the yellow one in my hand, and this one's going to be on the bottom. So I'm going to say that this is my bottom, and I am going to pin this in place. All right. Okay, so we sewed on. Just can't have so many of these just hanging around. I know they always say that if you clip them, then they just fray more. Just fabric is just. I don't know if any of you use are they called Baltics? All right, let me press it. All right. So now we have what's going to be our middle. So we have this across all the way. There's a green in the middle. And then we've got it all the way across. And that's going to be our center. So then we're going to grab this one. Is that going to be the center? That's going to be our bottom. What's going to be our bottom? So let's continue with this one, and we will add the middle strip, because that actually is going to be our bottom strip that we just did. So we're going to grab one more of these. This one's going to be for our top. And we're going to put this on here. Gosh, struggling with all these. Okay, all these strings. This fabric is irritating me. Okay, so we're gonna do just like we just did, and I'm actually gonna start with the middle. I want to start with the middle, and I know that that's going to go here, right between. So I'm going to marry that up and then work my way out. All right. We are getting there, folks. We are getting there. All right, let's press this one out. Just clip in some of those strings that pop up where I can see them. All right, so that is the middle strip, which maybe I don't want it to be the middle strip because I can always change it. I can make it be the bottom. This one looks better. I think I'm going to have this one be my middle. I'm just going to turn it around. This one's much better. Okay, so now we are going to add, let's add the big piece. The green over top of the yellow and the peach over top of the green. And I'm going to start pinning. All right. Whew, took a little bit to get through that. But we made it. And now we should have, look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so now we have green, yellow, then we have the center, and then we have the peach, and then the other green. So we need to add one more of the border to, trying to find it. We have to add the border to the top. So we're going to do that. And then comes the easy part, because then it's just putting on straight borders. So I got to change up my battery. So I will be right back. See you in a little bit. So I went ahead and did that last border. So now we're actually ready to do the white border. And I've got it all clipped on both, because we're going to do the sides and then we'll do the top with the white border. So I've got it all clipped. So we are, and it's getting bigger. Gonna sit that over there. It's looking pretty though. So these should go really fast, these borders. So see if we can get these done. All right. It's one side. We're gonna flip over and do the other side. Amazed how fast it got to be just 4 blocks, and then it was like poof. Put them together and it was like it's like, oh, here's a block, oh, here's a quilt top. Which is great. I mean, I love it. Just means that it comes together really fast and easy. And I'm kind of bound up here a little bit. Get this all kind of, there we go. Need this in my lap. There we go. Now I've got it under control. Now I have it under control. All right. So now we've done both sides. Okay. And I'm going to press it, I think, at least a little bit. All right. Woo. Okay, so now we have a white border on. You can kind of see the white border there. on each side. Let's see where I can find the other side. Here's the other side. So there's the white border on that side. So now we'll do top and bottom. So I'm going to go offline and I'll clip it all and then we'll sew it. I'll be right back. All right, folks, so I've gone ahead and put our last border on each side and clipped it. And so we're going to sew. We are going to sew that. If I can find the end. Here we go. All right. Let's get started. Okay. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. Whoops. Strings everywhere. Okay, now we've got the other side. It's going to be really pretty. Okay, so I am pulling strings. Just so you all know, I have a trash can right down here, so I'm not just like throwing them anywhere. Sometimes I miss my trash can, but yeah. And so then we've got the other side. So we got the both sides. So now I'm going to go ahead and clip our last two, top and bottom. And after we get that done, we'll take a look. Maybe I'll throw it over one of my beds or something. But we'll take a look at it. It's pretty big. It's pretty big, but it's beautiful. So I'll be right back and we'll get the two top and bottom done and we'll take a look. I'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and clipped our top and bottom. And then once we're done with this, we'll take a look at it. We'll be done. Hope I need my, yes, I don't. Oops, oops, oops. All right, folks, guess what? We have finished it. We finished it. We finished it. We did. Let me get it hung up and we'll take a look at it a little bit closer. I'll be right back. Hey folks, so we have finished our Sunflowers quilt. So it is behind me. I've hung it up. So let's dive in and take a closer look at our beautiful quilt. It turned out to be absolutely beautiful. So come along with me. Let's take a closer look at it. See you in a little bit. All right, here we go, folks. So we'll get a closer look at the quilt. It turned out really, really pretty. There's the yellow one. And then, of course, our middle border. Oops, don't want to move too fast. Those stars are pretty. It turned out beautifully. All right, folks, I'll be right back and we'll talk through it. So there you have it, folks. I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. Again, just to make sure that you all know, it is called the Sunflowers Quilt by Riley Blake. It's actually a free pattern. Mine was a quilt kit, and it's made with the just having a problem talking today. It's made with the homemade fabric line by Riley Blake, and it measures 84.5 by 84.5. So it's a big quilt top. The stars are beautiful. They come out really nice. You just have to, or at least I had to just take it slow when I was putting the points and just make sure that I was very aware of where my points were. And they came out beautiful. I love the colors. It is definitely a beginner's quilt, especially if you're trying to really learn how to do points and things like that, and make sure that they're good. So the border is beautiful. Yeah, I think that this quilt could be done easily in a weekend's time. I took it and broke it up by, and I'll have to remove all the, I'll have to clean it all up before it goes to the long armor, but I took it just one square block at a time, and then assembled it. But you could batch this quilt, and because the design is exactly the same, so you could easily batch this quilt and have it done in a weekend's time. So there you have it. If you like this content, if you would be so kind as to subscribe, it helps me grow my channel, and yeah, it helps me grow my channel, and it helps get it out to others that might like this content. So also, if you want to get notified, just hit the bell button, and that'll help you get notified anytime I put up a new video or any more content and things like that. So with that said, have a blessed day, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this video. There's a whole playlist, and I'll make sure that I link it at the end if you caught this one, but you wanted to actually see the progression as we moved through. And also, I'll link the free pattern as well. So until the next time, folks, I'll see you in the next video.